good evening. Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, good evening. How are you? Sorry, I'm going through just a couple of stickers that somebody had sent me. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? THC levels are proper. THC levels at the proper level. We're working on it. What is this? Interesting. Any hoodles. How is everybody today? Please tap the fuck out of the screen, share the live with as many people as humanly possible, and welcome to my regular Tuesday night live. What is on everybody's mind? Hot as hell, Vermont. Oh, it's fucking grotesque here, dude. It's vile. I am looking forward to the Alaska trip here in a couple of weeks because, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I have a permanent layer of swamp ass nestled just underneath my nutsack, 24/7. You Googled unmitigated sack and it has two of my videos at the top of the search. Well, let's put this to the test here. I happen to have my email machine right here. Let's see here. Look what somebody sent me. Somebody sent me this to put all of the money in for that the people are sending me. It's nifty. All right. Port Angeles, Washington. Aloha. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Unmitigated sack. Holy shit. Yeah, look at that. Ain't that... Welcome to the support level, misdemeanors. Yeah, two of my videos pop up. How about them apples? If we click on videos, see if any more pop up here. A whole bunch of different videos. There's a third one of mine. Interesting. I was unaware. I was unaware. What the fuck is going on? You're becoming famous. Yeah, I actually asked Alexa who I was, and she was like, yeah, he's a fucking TikToker and fucking podcaster and author, and it's like, I'm some guy that did landscaping. This is all really fucking weird. How's it hanging? It doesn't really hang, you know, it just kind of sits there like a nub, like a gumdrop on a shag carpet. I should make a new t-shirt that says unmitigated sack. Well, I'll work on that. You guys should go get the t-shirts I do have though, because they're quality. They're quality. Oh, we have a good evening here with the Grateful Dead, red and blue hearts, and the lightning bolt. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? You appreciate my voice? I know it's kind of raspy. I know what you meant. Just found a first video, and now I find you live. Hello from New Mexico. Well, hello from old Chicagoland. Sherry, hello. This is what we got today at Sam's Club. Oreos with the orange filling, because, you know, once you get to August, it's Halloween season. Thank you very much, Phil. I appreciate that. This gentleman says they're watching from New Mexico. Hello. School starts for me tomorrow. I'm excited to see my friends again. My son starts school next week. Hi, Tom. Love the content. Thank you very much. Hello from Ontario, where it's hot as hell. You should try being here. Underboob sweat is a daily occurrence. Starting your Halloween decor planning. Right now I am just trying to escape summer and then get to Halloween, because on Halloween, 9 p.m. on Halloween, it becomes Christmas. Oh yeah, if you're from another country, you might want to avoid that for a minute coming here. Weird to hear a man say what? What's up, Florida? Over 100 all week last week in New Mexico? Yeah, fuck that shit. No, Sherry. No, he didn't. He didn't know what to do. The underboob sweat? Yeah, I get underboob sweat. And because I like touching boobs, specifically my wife's, and exclusively my wife's, I'm aware of when she gets underboob sweat. It's a natural occurrence. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So what is on everybody's mind tonight? What do we want to talk about? What are our topics of discussion? Are we talking politics? Are we talking weather? Are we talking sports? Are we talking ancient Peruvian basket weaving? What is it that we're talking about? Random question, but always curious. What do you feel about the band Guar? Are you fucking kidding me? I love Guar. I absolutely, for the scumdogs of the universe, baby. It's fucking an all-time. You had to love Guar coming up, man. Slaughterama. Fucking love Guar. Love Guar. But the old stuff, I never really followed them, you know, as I grew up. I just fucking. What is going to happen after Trump is gone? I'll hopefully return to normal. Yeah, Trump in the Smithsonian. If you guys haven't heard yet, the Trump administration, as we approach the 250th anniversary, that unfortunately he is going to oversee, his administration is going to be vetting everything that's in the Smithsonian so that it follows along with Trump's vision of history. There is no vision of history, you fucking asshole. There's just history. Why does Peruvian basket weaving sound like the name of a cover band? I don't know, but it absolutely should be. What's up, Tom? My THC levels. Got my little fan going here. I'm all set up. My daughter's in there making zucchini bread and brownies. How's your electric situation going? We're still hooked up to a temporary transformer. We're waiting on somebody to come out here and fix the line. Yes, I've been to Washington State. I've been to Seattle. Mass camp out in D.C. Trump loved tents. Epstein files. Yes, they do not allow any of this to distract you from the fact that Donald Trump most likely trafficked in children. What kind of brownies? Regular old brownies. That was a Norm comment from Cheers. Hey, did they call today? They have not stopped calling all damn day. Who hasn't stopped calling all damn day? Unfortunately, I don't think Trump is actually going to ever come to justice now that he won re-election again. Had we showed up in November, he would be on the verge of going to prison. That video was sent to me by by numerous people, and it's come to my attention that she may be doing this as a way to get attention, because it's come to my attention that she might actually have numerous other videos where she claims to own other companies in other states and other industries that are all being hurt by Trump as well. So I got to go looking into that. I have not. I haven't seen any episodes of South Park ever. I only have seen clips of South Park on here. Trump deploying the National Guard in D.C. and potentially other cities will have the same problem as in L.A., low morale by the troops. I can tell you this much: people are going to get sick of it, and they're going to start. Sorry, I was getting a text from a friend. They're going to start fighting back, and it's going to get ugly. This is what's going to happen. Mod Nerer sends a $2 donation and says, much love, keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Every dollar helps in any way, shape, or form that you guys can support me. I can continue to do this. So if you could, just the best thing that you could do for me is to continuously watch my content on YouTube and share it and get as many people to watch it on YouTube as humanly possible. And then I can keep doing this forever until the day I die. And I will never not make content for you. No, it does not look good, the White House, what they've done to it. Love your videos, brings me hope. Thank you very much. Have I ever watched Smokey and the Bandit? Does a hobby horse have a wooden dick? How do you feel the age verification for YouTube coming out tomorrow? I don't know what you're talking about. It might have been an article that I missed. Do you think there will be civil war? If he keeps pushing it, we could get there. I wouldn't exactly say it's money for nothing. I mean, I create content, I create entertainment. How's it going? It's going. So many trolls? Yeah, they come and go. They'll come in here and spout their shit for a while, then they'll get tired and they'll go away and do something else. Is the interior of the White House covered in gold or some shit? They're slowly but surely. Shame smoking? You might not want to stay here then. I haven't smoked cigarettes in 5 years, but this, cannabis, Mary Jane, the sticky icky, the giggle bush, the illy, the icky, jazz cabbage, the Lord's lettuce, grass, herb 420, marijuana. Yeah, it's always going to get consumed here. There was a new AI system coming to YouTube to verify age. And if you get flagged under 18, you have to provide an ID, credit card, biometric data. Interesting. Oh, you're going to report this to the feds? Do so, please. The FBI has a Chicago field office. Give them a call. Tell them it's Tom Powell in Shanahan, Illinois, 60410. I live on Valley Drive. I have a blue Jeep Cherokee in the driveway with license plates that read tacos. Tell them I'm here most of the time, man. I work from right here out of the house. Have them give me a jingle. Oh, dude, you're going to report me to the feds for smoking weed in my own house in a legal state. Please give me that content. Please give me that content. Send the feds to my door so I can film that interaction. That'll make me a fucking $1 billion. Oh, shit. You think I want to know more about the effects of smoking weed? You don't think I've learned enough about the effects of smoking weed in the... Well, let's see, how long have I been consuming it? 40 years this year. I've been interviewed by a couple of different newspapers about it. I've spoken in front of my village board about it. I've currently, well, I haven't written in quite some time, but my third book is going to be about it. If you guys don't know, I already have 2 books that I've written. Go get them. Link in bio. You do get the dumbest trolls. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm 42. You've smoked as long as I have lived. Yeah, almost, man, almost. Oh, thank you very much, Tamahab, if I said that correctly, for the $5 tip. He says, hey, Tom, good evening. Hope all is well in Chicago. Currently enjoying a summer rainstorm here in Michigan, waiting for the edible to kick in. We had a summer rainstorm just moved through about an hour and a half ago, and the joint has already kicked in. And thank you very much for the tip. Yes, I do have, I keep a copy here. These are my first 2 books right here, available in paperback and ebook formats. There's your boy, right there. You can pick them up at the link in my bio. The paperbacks, the purchase of these are really only available on Amazon. Link in my bio will take you there. Go get you a couple. Thank you, Fairy Wells. Nothing better than summer rain. I don't know. Live Grateful Dead, bomb-ass tacos, and sloppy head are better. But, I mean, it's like in the team picture. You know what I mean? I think Michigan has been a swing state for quite some time. Am I hiring CDL drivers currently? Nope. I am getting out of the trucking industry. Hopefully, before the end of the year, we're going to be selling our truck to our driver. The other rigs are all for sale. Dude, you eat hard shell tacos? No, we don't eat that in Cali. Our tacos are soft shell. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Listen, I prefer soft shell tacos. There's a time for a soft shell flour. There's a time for a soft shell corn. And there is a time for white people taco night where you're going to eat it out of a crunchy taco shell every now and again. Do you sell coffee mugs? Couldn't seem to find any. I do sell some coffee mugs. However, I am thinking about, give me some time on the coffee mugs. Okay? Just give me some time. Trolls be trolling. Salute, mods. Thank you for keeping it clean. I never said unk. I was just joking, dog. Tom, you're my favorite content creator on YouTube. Hello from Victoria, BC. Aloha. Sorry, that might have been someone else. Maxwell got work release. Maxwell about ready to get herself a pardon. Does your son have a beard like you? No, he's 13. Do you have any advice for a 46-year-old first-time father? Man, just roll with it. There is no fucking handbook. There is nothing I can tell you to expect to happen. Chicago is kind of pretty when it rains. Yes. Hi from sunny San Francisco Bay Area. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you very much. For some reason, the FBI hung up when I tried to report you. No shit. Hey, any views about the country of Pakistan? Uh, Not particularly. Just that I would like for them to maybe not potentially get into a nuclear war with India. How do you feel about the Texas phone ban? I don't know that I know about the Texas phone ban. What size of shirt you suggest for a 16-year-old? My son wants a La Judicatoire shirt you are selling. Well, I don't know. You can't ask me what size shirt your son wears. I wouldn't be even remotely in a position to be able to tell you that. I appreciate the purchase if it does happen, but I wouldn't know. What's your main source of political news? My main source of political news would probably be a combination of Reuters, BBC, and AP. How do you feel about Gaza? I think what Israel and the United States are doing in regard to Gaza is evil, and I think that Hamas needs to get the fuck out of Gaza. I think the people of Gaza just need to be left the fuck alone. I think they might be asking if they're true to size. They seem to be for us. Do you think the war in Russia will ever end? I mean, eventually it will, but how do you stay so positive? Weed and retirement. Are you related to John Daly? Nope. F Trump and couch fucker Vance. Is there any music group from your youth other than Nirvana that you really hate? Nirvana is really kind of the big one there. I mean, hate, I don't know that there's another band that I hate. There are probably a bunch of bands, if I sat and thought about it, that I would be like, eh. But Nirvana, yeah, it's like fucking, like, gives me the involuntary shit. I do consume Midas Touch quite a bit as well, yes. I just look like John. Cool, thank you very much. How are the Cubs doing? They were doing pretty good. I haven't checked their record in a hot minute. What do you think of social democracy? You want to elaborate? I mean, social democracy is what we have right now. We just have it tilted one way. What do you think MAGA is trying to do right now about getting Maxwell work released? They're trying to get her the fuck out of prison. Tom, you grew up with better music than me. Can't stand much of any modern popular music. We did grow up with some damn good music. I enjoy your channel. Well, thank you very much. I couldn't stand the band Blind Melon. Hey, now, come on. Free foot massages? Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Did you listen to Ozzy? Yup. Are you short or far-sighted? I'm nearsighted. I can read shit close up. I stopped smoking weed for job opportunity reasons. I miss chiefing. You should come to Italy to enjoy the summer. I would fucking love to. Favorite bag of Doritos, old school. I understand about stopping smoking weed for job opportunities. I've done it in the past too for brief periods of time. Give me Alice in Chains any day. I dig me some Alice in Chains. Did you ever listen to Tool? Not a big fan. Have you tried Copenhagen? Back in the day I did. I was more of a Skull guy in high school. Do you not care that smoking is bad? No, I don't. I'm a 53-year-old Gen Xer. I was born in 1972. I grew up in the 70s. I came of age in the 80s. When I was a little kid, they lined us up in school and gave us shots in our fucking arms, and nobody told anybody anything about it. I've consumed so much lead in the water and carcinogens over the course of my life. I grew up in a fucking haze of cigarette smoke. In every fucking house I ever went to, my aunt's house, my grandparents' house, our house, there was fucking a haze of smoke. I was transported everywhere in a vehicle that had a constant cloud of smoke in it. Gasoline fumes and smoke. I don't fucking care. I don't. More and more people are growing up in an era where they're not smoking. Fewer and fewer younger kids are smoking than ever before. It's going to become a thing of the past, and I'm down to smoking just marijuana, and I don't give a shit if it's bad. I don't fucking care. You understand what I'm saying? I don't fucking care. I have eaten more than my fair share of grilled cheese sandwiches and burritos on Grateful Dead lots over the course of my lifetime that I'm never going to give a rat's fucking ass what's in anything else ever again. Neil Peart is the greatest person to ever pick up the drumsticks. He's the best rock drummer of all time. Yeah, I bought cigarettes for my mom all the time. What do you think of the YouTuber The Soy Pill? I don't know. I've never heard of him. What are your views about vapes? Um, I'm less thrilled with vapes. Um, I don't know what it does to the body. I just know what it doesn't do as far as if you try to smoke a cannabis vape, a THC vape, as opposed to a joint. I take vapes with me when I travel because you can get them through the airports better. But whew, what kind of movies do I like? All kinds of movies. Are you gonna make a video about your backstory? Well, I've written a book about my backstory. If you'd like to buy that, link is in bio. My first book is about the first 45 years of my life. This one right here. It's called A Grateful Life, the life story of a husband, father, and taco-loving deadhead. This cover is, if you look on the back here, the picture of me, you see I'm sitting in a Mexican restaurant with a dinner and a margarita and a bag of chips. It's some tacos, some rice, a basket of chips, margarita, some salsa. There's a map to the city of Chicago. My keys are over here, and then there's this concert ticket, and the concert ticket is the title to the book, A Grateful Life, presented by Tom Powell Jr., the life story of a husband, father, and taco-loving deadhead. The day of the concert, Saturday, May 13th, 1972. That's the day of my birth. And it says here, doors open at 12:13 p.m. That's when I was born. BYOB 420 friendly. That's self-explanatory. The location of the concert is Gottlieb Hospital, Melrose Park, Illinois. That's the hospital I was born in. Price of admission, $6.07. That's how big I was when I was born, 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Admit one. Buy that book. You can read about the first 45 years of my life. It's not a cover design, it's a picture. It's just a picture. I had 300 of these actual physical concert tickets printed up. I ordered a plate of tacos and some rice and some chips and put my map here with my keys here, and we just took a fucking picture of it. And we took the picture for the back. Here, you want to see something interesting as far as cover design goes? Check this out. This is my second book. This book is a series. This is a collection of like 70 some odd letters that I wrote to my wife in the form of quarantine, in the form of Facebook posts during quarantine. This book is all of those letters together with some explanation behind them. And it's Dearest Renee, Letters from the Coronavirus War of 2020. And I know this is backwards, but you can see here, this is one of those patches, those service patches. It says Quarantine Veteran. And it's got the Wi-Fi, the Netflix, the COVID germ, the lime, the toilet paper, and the empty toilet paper roll, and then the black and white background. This is an actual patch, a little patch that I bought on Amazon. The background is my son's black and white camo underwear. Took his underwear out onto the porch, laid it down flat, made sure there was no wrinkles in it, put the patch on it and stood over it with the camera looking down and took a bunch of pictures and grabbed the best one. And then laid out some text over the picture once we uploaded it into the computer. Brad Lang, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're such a romantic. Okay. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate it. Yeah, and so that was at the end of 2020. So that was, 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, I don't want a nicotine vape. I'm done with nicotine. You bought both of my books? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, I don't think I want street justice. Oh, you're always going to get the trolls. And here's the thing about the trolls. The what's up, Mike? The thing about the trolls is they think that they're doing something when they come in here and run their mouths. However, all they're showing is that they can't not watch. They can't not watch. They tell you how much they hate you. They tell you how much you disgust them, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, they cannot not watch you. What did I do with that? Like, for real, what did I do with that? Man, I gotta clean this out. There it is. This is my foreign money. You kind of look like Santa Claus. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wanted to put this. Somebody sent me. I just did a video about it. Somebody sent me American money, but also a Canadian 5. I didn't realize Canadian 5s were see-through. But they sent me this Canadian 5, and I'm putting it here in my stash of foreign money. I've got some Jamaican money. I got a whole bunch of Jamaican money in here. Like all kinds of Jamaican money in here. Jesus Christ. They just fucking hand you money in Jamaica. Some Mexican money. Honduran money. This is Bahamian money. And now some Canadian money. What do you think of the immigration camp in Florida? I think it's an American concentration camp, and it's disgusting. Do you think our country would be better off if Bernie were president? Better off than if Trump were president? Better off with Bernie over Trump? Absolutely. Better off with Bernie over some of the Democratic nominees? No, I don't think so. Because I don't want nicotine. Fuck Trump, fuck Vance, fuck ICE. Yes, I agree. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. Let's smoke a bowl and get happy. It's been a while since I smoked a bowl, but who or what created the universe? No clue. No clue. Dean Cain can't embarrass himself because Dean Cain has no shame. I would love to have edibles work on me, but they don't work on me. That's my opinion, and it sucks. It fucking sucks. Thank you very much for plugging my my merch store and the fuck Donald Trump shirts. I appreciate that. Dollar Tree Superman. Yeah, unfortunately. If you want, I can get you a hookup on RSO, CD or vinyl, digital. Um, I'll tell you, my preferred method of listening to music back in the day was actually cassette, not vinyl, not CD, cassette. But now, I mean, digital. I just rather have it digitally. It's there's a nostalgia in having a cassette. There's a nostalgia in having a record. There's a nostalgia in having a CD. Sure, but it's just easier and better to have it digitally. Now it's all on my phone. He's of Japanese descent. I'll have to check that out. How would you feel if Joe Rogan got into a car crash and went to meet Hulk Hogan in person? I mean, it's not something that I'm looking to have happen. Um, I'm not necessarily going to sit here and lose any sleep if it does. 8 tracks? Oh, that's going way back. I remember 8 tracks. Where do I find your P.O. box so I can send 3D print thank you for being here? It's in my bio, man. Or if you go to the, literally any one of my YouTube videos, any one of my YouTube videos, if you go to the description of any one of my YouTube videos, the description is the same in all of them. The title is different, but the description is the same in all of them. And it's a link to all of my social medias: Facebook, Clapper, Bluesky, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, maybe Snapchat. I forget what's in there. It's going to be a link to my store, a link to my website, a link to my CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal, link on where you can get the books, and my address, my P.O. box. Yes, I'm on Bluesky. Favorite Dead show? Or you said Oregon 72. Downhill from here is a damn good one, a very well known one. There's one out of Pine Knob, uh, Pine Knob, Pennsylvania, in like '89. That's a good one. I did not get into King Crimson. No. You're going to call the cops and send them where I'm at. You don't even have to give them my address, man. Just call them and say Tom Powell. They'll know. They have my address. It's all good. Call them. Thoughts on Bon Jovi? One of the biggest bands of the '80s. One of the biggest bands of the hair metal scene, without a question of a doubt. I don't watch TV anymore. Did back in the day, and I did very recently, the last few years, but I don't watch any TV anymore. Dio or Randy Rhoads? Well, I mean, they're two completely different artists. Dio is a singer, Randy Rhoads is a guitar player, so well, let them call the cops on me if they feel like it's something they need to do. Morning from Scotland. How you doing? Who do you think is actually responsible for big balls getting pummeled? No clue. Don't know and don't care. Am I Dan from Roseanne? No. And I'm not saying don't care towards you. I don't care who beat him up. I don't. He's fucking scum. What's your thought on Boston and Massachusetts? I am not a huge fan of Boston. Been to Boston a couple of times. It's beautiful. It's historic. Man, the people in Boston are a little fucked up. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about bands getting visas. Do people ever mistake you for being a Republican because of the beer? People tell me frequently that the first time they see me on social media, before I start talking, they think that I'm a MAGA. Especially when I would do content in my truck more often, because if I'm out in my truck during the day, you got my sunglasses on instead of my glasses, and sometimes a hat. You throw a curved bill hat and a pair of sunglasses on me, boom, I'm MAGA in their eyes. Montreal is Boston, but we've got all that Puritan stuff. Bud, just ignore him. Just ignore him. Seriously. I thought you were when I first saw you, but I had to watch. Have a German friend who was touring the U.S. now, and visas are a pain. Ouch, that sucks. Who are you more infuriated with for getting Trump elected? The people who voted for Trump, or the far left that abstained from voting? The far left. Because I expected the people that voted for Trump to vote for him because they wanted him to get in. I did not expect the people on the far left to essentially throw a metaphorical hissy fit and not vote for the Democratic nominee because that Democratic nominee didn't align with them 100%, knowing that Trump would be the Trump presidency would be the end result. They knew better. The people that voted for him, you know, it's expected that they voted for him. When I have enough money, I'm leaving the States. I have dual citizenship in 2 countries, U.S. and New Zealand. No country is perfect, but the U.S. is the worst. I don't know about the worst, but, it's kind of fucked up right now. Extremism sucks. Exactly. No matter what side it's on. Do you know why so many Latino men voted for Trump? I know that they did incredible work in, for example, the Cuban community in Florida, convincing Cubans that Democrats in the United States of America were no better than the communists that they just fled Cuba from. Eternal. We're in, and I keep repeating this because it needs to be repeated everywhere. We are in the 100-year cycle. Every 100 years, fascism and conservatism makes a return. 100 years ago now, we were in the middle of the 1920s. From the 1920s into the 30s and into the 40s, from 100 years ago right now, saw us enter into a 20-year period where we fought fascism and conservatism was on the rise. And we're seeing it again. And 100 years before that, it happened again. And so we're in that stretch. And every now and again, you get the conservatism that rears its head. That doesn't look like it's going to be too fascist. It just looks like it's going to be really overtly conservative. And then it slowly morphs into fascism. And that's what we're seeing right now, right? When the country veered more conservative with Reagan, it didn't keep going conservative. It veered more conservative with Reagan, and then we brought it back with Clinton, and then it went a little conservative with Bush, and then we brought it back with Obama, and now it's gone way conservative with Trump, and Trump is bringing with him the fascism. People do see what's going on. They just agree with it. There are people that agree with this shit that's going on. And they're the people that we see in the history books from 100 years ago that allowed the Nazis to rise to power. Hated the same people. Yeah, we don't like everything they do, but we hate the same people. And that's what allowed them to rise. Man from the West? Yes, that's true too. The economy was a lot more stable in the 90s, but we were also dealing with a tech bubble. What is birtherism? It is the belief that Barack Obama was not born in the United States of America and therefore ineligible to be president of the United States. You cannot be president of the United States if you were not born in the United States of America. Which is why Ted Cruz can never be president. He was born in Canada, which is why I don't understand how. I mean, I understand how, but there a very strong argument can be made that John McCain should have never been the nominee for the Republican Party. He was born in Panama. He was born on American soil in Panama, but he was born in Panama. You are a pothead? You say that like it's a fucking insult, you dumbass. What do you think of Trump's father? God, he was a shriveled up old gourd, wasn't he? Conley, hello. Let's listen. Pritzker or Newsom would make a better president than what we have right now. Okay, Pritzker or Newsom would make a better president than Trump, would make a better president than J.D. Vance. But we can still do better than Pritzker or Newsom. We can have a Pete Buttigieg. And we could have a Pete Buttigieg Gretchen Whitmer ticket. We could have a Pete Buttigieg Castro out of Texas ticket. We could have a number of different young alternatives. I think it's going to wind up being somebody like a Gavin Newsom. Okay, you gotta stop with the Bernie shit. Okay, Bernie is never going to be in the White House. That's not a thing. It's never gonna fucking happen. And AOC is far from ready. We had fascism here from the 30s and the 40s, and unfortunately, the extreme right is growing again. Yes, they are. And they are importing some of the current Project 2025 ideas. Yes, they are. Listen, guys, we got a long way to go until 2028. We got to get through the midterms first. We got to fight to regain at least part of Congress next year, and then we can discuss 2028. But here's who's not going to be in the equation in 2028: Bernie Sanders. And if he is the nominee, say hello to President J.D. Vance. I'm being very serious. That's bottom line. Hola, Texas. ¿Cómo está? Bernie has excellent ideas. And that's why Bernie is important where he's at in the Senate. We need to focus on youth for the White House. Beto O'Rourke isn't going to be there either. Beto O'Rourke can't even win two fucking winnable races in Texas. I'm not trying to be rude when I say that. Greg Abbott was a very beatable candidate in Texas, and so was Ted Cruz. And he couldn't beat either one of those in a statewide race in Texas. Beto O'Rourke is not going to be your nominee. It's going to be a straight white guy. It's going to be Gavin fucking Newsom is what it's going to be. Most likely. Who do I trust more between a police officer, a mechanic, and a plumber? Plumber. Evening back at you, young. You want to jump into the world of the Grateful Dead? Yeah, find yourself a series of CDs or albums called Dick's Picks. Just start there. Start with number one and work your way on through. Do I remember Yugos? Of course I remember Yugos. Yugos had, I believe, a 45 cubic inch engine, and next to it, underneath the hood, was the spare tire and the little jack. What are my thoughts on Charlie Kirk? He's a festering bucket of rhinoceros shit. Cats or dogs? Both. We have 5 cats and 1 dog. Yes, back scratchers work on every part of your body. Have I ever been to a concert? Hey Tom, will you make a video talking about the history of eugenics in America and the American Eagle ad? I hadn't thought about it. 2 pugs, 1 cat here. Right on. Gavin Newsom, Josh Shapiro, and Wes Moore, my top 3 to run for Democrats. Yeah, Pritzker's probably going to be. He's probably going to be a factor in some way, shape, or form. I just don't know how yet. How did you feel toward Trump with the Haitians eating cats and dogs thing? It was a fucking same thing I feel about Trump with everything else. It's a fucking lying piece of shit. The dude is a useless waste of otherwise useful human DNA, right? He's taken up air that actual human beings could use to survive. He is the worst kind of fucking person. The worst kind of person. He's absolute dog shit, right? Just that crusty shit that forms around the taintal area of a homeless person 7 to 10 days after they've taken their last shit. That stuff. Just come on, man. He's the worst. He's the best president in your lifetime? What are you, 4? Are you loving these thunderstorms today? They were good soaking rains. They were good soaking rains. I have acquaintances with people that voted for Trump. Yes, Trump's going to meet Putin in Alaska, and guess what's going to happen? Nothing, because Zelensky's not there to negotiate on behalf of his country. And Zelensky's not giving up any land, and the rest of the world is still backing Ukraine monetarily and with military aid, so nothing's going to happen. You're in Naperville? Yeah, not too far. Will you be in Alaska when the 2 criminal leaders are there? No, I'm going to be there after that. Northern Minnesota, hello. I too saw Metallica in concert. You had rain earlier today. Michigan is having a thunderstorm. Yep, you got our rain. Trump will give Putin a handy. You think it's just going to be a handy? You don't think he's going to blow him? Have fun in Alaska? I plan on it. Do you think Mitt Romney would have been a good president overall compared to Trump? Okay, compared to Trump, a sentient cumsock would be a good president. And I'm not joking when I say that. Yes, Mitt Romney would have been a phenomenal president compared to Trump. Do I think Mitt Romney would have been a good president? No. Compared to Trump, he would have been George fucking Washington. You know, when Trump and Putin are in Alaska, would be great time for an army of grizzly bears to show. Jesus fucking Christ. Trump will try to convince us that Putin should get the southeast. There's going to be something where Trump's going to try and give up some part of Ukraine. Someone went on a cruise in Alaska and got a tan. They had fun. Interesting. Where's the economic collapse? Can you elaborate, please? MAGA baby? Is that what your wife calls you in bed? You're awesome, Tom. Thank you very much. All of Ukraine, not some. I wish it would rain in Oregon, where I am. Almost 100 here. Oof. Market hit highs today? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. What did you think of the all-time fuck around and find out on farmers? I would love to see a protest all the way from the fight in Putin. When you heard of Hulk Hogan died, did you think Vince McMahon should have followed in his footsteps? No, but I didn't lose any sleep. I should have Eagleman on my life? No, pass. Nice to meet you, sir. Love your videos. Thank you very much. You spent much time in Minnesota? Not much time. Metallica or Megadeth? Metallica. Where do you come up with this shit? A sentient Comstock? I don't know. It's just floating around up there. Would you take Dave Ramsey's economic advice? What? Mid-Michigan has 92% humidity. We are all over the place, okay? We're just fucking... We're bouncing off the fucking walls here, man. Ever been to the Purple Pig? Don't even know what the fuck that is. What is your favorite vehicle brand? Probably Jeep. We all own Jeeps. Would you consider debate combos with other creators? Feel like you and Connor from Counterpoint/Counterlife could have some good combos? Have no idea who it is. I did 2 podcasts, one of which was an interview basis. I had it on Patreon. All of the videos are available here on YouTube. I haven't done one in quite some time. It's called Off Topic with Tom Powell. I had several interview guests on there. I had Walter Masterson. I had V from Under the Desk News. I had a NASA flight director. I had a woman that does remote teaching. I had a guy who was a DJ for 40 years. I had on all kinds of different fucking people on the show, but it never took off. It never got any traction. No, of course I wouldn't rather the Joker be president. Imagine if the elder millennial ever ran for office in Florida. He might actually get elected. That's how fucked up that state is. This chat is hysterical. The comedic relief I needed tonight. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're going nuts on Truth Social about Adam Schiff. Jesus fucking Christ. These guys just get on Truth Social and beat each other off like a bunch of fucking bouncers watching Roadhouse, right? The best pumpkin pie versus the best sweet potato pie. Well, considering sweet potato pie is hot garbage and pumpkin pie is the single greatest pie ever created, then the answer is obviously pumpkin pie. Yes, I have psoriasis. How am I doing today? Spec-fucking-tacular. Spec-fucking-tacular. The older millennial, ain't that the guy that peed his pants when he got arrested? Yep. What do you think of Florida's governor? I think that he is that nasty, fucking crusty shit that forms inside the head of an uncircumcised man who hasn't cleaned himself in 37 years. What's your view on immigration? Man, if you're looking for a job to put a fucking roof over your head and food in your smegma, there you go, food in your family's belly, then, and you're willing to come here and do jobs that Americans aren't willing to do, I got no fucking problem with you. I worked landscaping, man. I worked with a bunch of undocumented immigrants. Apparently, you got here just in time. We were just talking about smegma and how fucked up and gnarly that can be. Sweet potato pie is trash. Garbage. Trash. Pumpkin pie is the only acceptable pie. The only acceptable pie is pumpkin with a fuck ton of whipped cream. And the minute pumpkin pie season hits, we're going to be fucking up some pumpkin pie. No, there is no, literally, there is no other pie. There is pumpkin and nothing else. No cherry, no apple, no rhubarb, no key lime, no Oreo, no nothing. Nothing. No pecan, no chocolate, no nothing. No mincemeat, nothing. Nothing. Le gasp. Oh, no, he didn't. It's all trash. Now, cake, if you want to talk about cake, then we could have a conversation because there's a wide range of cakes that are phenomenal. I'm a cake, cookie, brownie guy. I am not a pie guy. Now, if we're talking about pizza, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I'm a cake guy. A favorite 80s movie? I mean, it's impossible to narrow it down to one. See, I don't dig on German chocolate cake, though. And no, cheesecake is vile. Oh my God. Let me put this out because this person says or asks, do you think Mother Teresa could throw it back in the name of the Lord, of course? Who the fuck thinks of that when it comes to Mother Teresa, you sick fucks? It's motherfucking Teresa, man. Who the fuck thinks about dogging motherfucking Teresa? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You people are fucking deranged. In order to ask that question, let me just make sure that we're all perfectly clear here. Pause the whole fucking thing. Carrot cake is grotesque. It's trash. It's vile. It serves no purpose on the planet. You don't put fucking carrots in cake. Anyway, moving on. Let me make sure everybody understands what just happened. In order to ask that question, you have to have had a visual of Mother Teresa getting her fucking back blown out by somebody to even go, hey, by the way, do you think Mother Teresa could throw it back? You know, in the name of the Lord, of course. Oh my God, you fucking people are deranged. Oh, fucking A. Tell me there's not a segment of Mother Teresa porn out there. Have you ever tried poutine? I don't think so. Banana pudding? Eh. And I like a good pudding, but I like a good tapioca. Everybody makes fun of me and says I'm 100 years old, but fuck yeah, I'll take a good tapioca. This motherfucker says, and Gandhi is dancing in the background. Jesus Christ. I'm correct on politics, but I'm absolutely wrong on food. Listen, I understand that, man. My food tastes are very odd and limited. The list of shit that I won't eat far outweighs the list of shit that I will eat. And you would think, being a fat fuck like I am, that there would be a whole bunch of shit that I eat, but it's not the case. It's not. Yes, D died today at the age of 60. D from What's Happening? The Buddha would be making it rain on Teresa. Okay, first of all, tuna fish is not disgusting to me. I do like tuna fish. I love a good tuna fish sandwich. Secondly, why is tuna fish the only fish we actually follow up its name? We don't say salmon fish, right? We don't say tilapia fish or trout fish, but we say tuna fish. It's weird. Tapioca is vile. Oh, no, you didn't. I might have some tapioca. I don't even know if I have any more tapioca. I should have thought about that. We were at the store today. Do I think Elon did the Nazi salute or the Roman salute? I would classify it more of a Nazi salute. Um, his actions are what's more concerning. You know, how's Chicago? It's fucking great. You should visit sometime. Why don't we put ketchup on baked potatoes? Because that's fucking gross. What? Isn't tapioca what? Made with fish eggs? No, I don't think tapioca is made. I don't know. Fuck. What the hell? Don't fuck with my reality. It's good. I don't want to know if it's made from fish eggs. How's that? A1 steak sauce on a baked potato is the shit. Barbecue on baked potato is good. Hold on. Celebrity you met and was disappointed? I've never had boba tea. Celebrity I've met and was disappointed. I don't know. I don't think I've had one where I was disappointed. I hear, yeah, you hear one of the cats out there meowing. One of them out there is just fucking, you know. Yes, Linda McMahon, the Secretary of Education, did say when discussing AI, she called it A1. She said all schools should be utilizing A1. And that just goes to show you just how fucking dingbatish this administration really is. You know, oh, yes, way she said that. It was in like one of those, Mr. Hernandez, thank you very much for the $2 tip. I appreciate it. He says, what do you think of Drumpf delisting green beans? We'll talk about that in just 1 second. Linda McMahon was on a little panel. I think she was one of 4 people, I believe, on the stage, and they were talking about AI and its utilization within the school system. And she said flat out that she believes that the school system should be utilizing more A1, meaning AI. Emmanuel Hernandez wants to know what my thoughts are if Trump is attempting to maybe reclassify cannabis, marijuana. And he's asking me what my thoughts are on that. I think it would be a good thing if he reclassified marijuana, and I would give him credit for declassifying marijuana for the remainder of time. But it would not excuse all of the other shit he did. It would not make him a good president. It would be one good thing he did as the worst president of this country. What place in the U.S. has the strangest people? It's a weird question. I don't know. Everybody's strange in some way, shape, or form. You guys got me for a few more minutes, and then it's time for me to go put my feet up. Florida, specifically Daytona Beach, any given church. Biden wanted to take Schedule 3. He could federally legalize marijuana, but yeah, it wouldn't erase any of the other shit that he's done. He is forever known for the horrible shit that he's done. Yeah, this guy says you call Trump the worst president when we literally had Nixon. Nixon was one of the best presidents we've ever had. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the day. Is Renee still knitting? Renee is putting quilts together. Trump is not one of the worst ever. Trump is the worst ever. Trump's the only sitting president in American history to actively try to overthrow his own government. Nixon had a slew of great accomplishments. Nixon ended the draft and put us onto an all-volunteer military. Nixon formed OSHA. Nixon formed the EPA. Nixon signed Title IX, women in college sports. He put the first $100 million towards the fight on cancer. He appointed 4 Supreme Court justices in 4 years. He's the first president to ever recognize China. He signed the SALT agreements. His list of accomplishments are like a liberal's wet dream. He should forever be remembered for the stupid shit he did, trying to cover up the Watergate bullshit, his racism, his attack on middle class, and his beginning on the war of against drugs. But he was one of the best presidents we've ever had. Donald Trump is far from that. Eisenhower got us the interstate system. Nixon made dialysis free. Yes, I said the war on drugs. He picked Agnew, true. Made cannabis legal. Small businesses are being hit hard with tariff charges, losing their employees at home. What is this? I do like cheese on my tacos. Yes, I almost always put cheese on my tacos. Best president ever? Well, obviously, FDR was probably one of the greatest presidents ever. Nixon's up there as one of the best presidents ever, but in my opinion, Lincoln is the best president ever for one act, and that's the freeing of the slaves. That's the single biggest, best thing any president has ever done. And I think that pushes him over the top of all other presidents, even though other presidents were far more accomplished. And that one thing that puts Trump below the rest is attempting to overthrow the government, which no other president did. That's what makes him the best and the worst. But if you just go on accomplishments, FDR, it's hard to fucking beat, right? Carne asada tacos or hamburger tacos? Carne asada. Come on. There's a place for a good ground beef taco. Washington? Yeah, but Washington's forever going to be the historic first president, right? Yeah, it's carne. It's always carne between those two. Now, in the little Mexican restaurant over here that we go to in the next town over, holy shit. I never order beef tacos, ground beef tacos, anywhere I go. It's always steak, chorizo, chicken, shrimp, something of that nature. When we go over there, I get a steak, a chorizo, and 2 beef, because their beef is off the fucking chain. My wife gets the birria. Oh, we had several presidents that owned slaves. They're all flawed for that. Do you think Trump will exit peacefully in 28? I don't know. He didn't really exit peacefully in 21, did he? I think there's a lot to be seen over the next 3 years. I don't know. There's a lot of question as to whether or not he finishes his term. I'm beginning to wonder if, as the courts and the states fight back against his bullshit federalist agenda, if the Republicans don't go to him, I'm wondering if the Epstein thing isn't something that the Republicans don't wind up going to him about and saying, hey, dude, here's the deal. Vance will pardon you for everything if you fucking go. What's my favorite beer? Like, as in, like, Grizzly, Black, Polar, etc.? The Koala. Miss Kitty. It's not hard to do the Secretary of State. Okay, there's a whole lot of conversations going on that I'm not even privy to. Do I think one of Trump's sons will run for president in the future? I don't think Eric ever runs for president. Don might be stupid enough to try it. My favorite animal? The elephant. Do you watch wrestling? Not for decades. Don Booger Sugar Jr. Yes. Donald-030 says propaganda Powell. Is that all you have to offer? You preferred hard cider over beer? I don't like it. You can have all of it. I'll smoke my weed. Tell Peas I said I'm sorry. Republican elephant? Listen, I understand it's the symbol of the Republican Party, but the animal itself I've always loved. Okay, this guy's got a hard on for Washington, apparently. Canada will never be the 51st state, and all of that shit is just bullshit. I don't give a rat's ass about Hunter Biden. What's my favorite soda? I don't know, man. I hop around a little bit from like Orange Crush to Starry to an A&W root beer. Like, I'm one of those people that, like, I'll get on something and I'll stay on it for a while. Like, I'll eat, like, and we'll use this to wrap up and then we'll get out of here. I'll eat like Snyder's Buffalo Bites, pretzel bites. And I'll eat those for like 3 fucking months, and I'll be like, all right, I'm done with those, and then I'll move on to some other fucking chip, and that's what I'll do. I'll stay on something for a period of time, and then I'll fucking get off of it because I've done it too much. So I'll buy Orange Pop, and I'll have Orange Pop until I just get fucking sick of it, and then I'll go over to something else, and then I'll just go back to water for a while, and so forth and so on. Anyway, I am going to go put my feet up. Thank you guys for stopping in. I appreciate it. Push all the videos as much as you possibly can. Thank you very much. I appreciate that in advance. Order a book at the link. Order a shirt at the link. Do all of the things at the link. Thank you guys very much. Hasta